Hey, welcome back. Hope everybody is having a great Wednesday, and thank you so much for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe, or in this case, the ThunderCats line. And today on the channel, guys, as you can see, I want to be giving you my overall thoughts and rankings of all my loose versions of my ThunderCats line. A very small collection I have put together so far from the Super 7 line. My overall thoughts and feelings, and a somewhat of a rankings video as well, giving you at least my top three favorite Thundercats so far that I have collected from Super 7. Of course, if you are new to my channel or first time watching, I hope you will subscribe afterwards. I hope you'll hit that like button, and thank you for doing that. Hit that notification bell when you upload new videos, and please share this video who has a passion and a love for collecting all things Masters of the Universe or Thundercats. All right, now without further ado, let's take a look at my very small, but I'm very proud of loose collection of Thundercats figures. Okay, and of course for fun too, I had to bring out my battle armored He-Man and Skeletor. All right, they're guests of today's video. Okay. All right, so starting off, of this line, what are my thoughts and feelings about this line? This line, being a line that has been out for some time now, which I've just started collecting. The reason why I have collected this line, for anyone who is new, is to get ready. And if the for me, I'm getting very pumped up and very excited for the upcoming Thundercats crossover with the Master Universe line from Origins. Two of my favorite brands growing up, as a kid from the 80s. He-Man being number one, Thundercats being number two. I can't wait. But with this line here, has been an amazing line. Okay. The detail is amazing right here, and you can see all of my loose figures here. Like I said, it's a very small line that I have collected so far, and basically the same scale as your classics line from Master Universe to the Masterverse line as well. The detail is amazing. I love each and every of these figures. They're detailed beautifully. Looks great. From the weaponry, the articulation, to everything about these figures are incredible. But I do have some, my top three favorite figures of this line. I'll now let you get into that. But for right now, we'll look at every figure, all right, in my collection here. Starting off right here, I do have one. Not each character is amazing, but if I had to put one down to the bottom of the list here, I would put Monkey in. Here's old Monkey right here. All right. No, the goods and bads about old Monkey in here, which I've said before. This is an amazing figure here. I'm gonna turn my turntable on. All right, he looks incredible. The one thing that brings him so down on my list here of my rankings here, overall rankings, is the fact that he's, first of all, he's the new line of Super 7 figures, hitting targets now along with Lion-O. And as far as the Super 7 line, he just put out I think on like Entertainment Earth and so forth, a 5.5 scale versions of the Super 7 figures. Now, competing with the Origins line figures. Now, have not come out yet, but they're in that same scale and same packaging. I'm kind of curious for any Thundercats, collectors out there, if you're going to collect that line as well, along with the Master Universe line. I don't know. I got to see that. I've seen him. Kyle Peterson did do a review on his channel. If you wish to go, check that out on the Kyle Peterson .1. He did a review of those particular figures, which is Lion-O, Mumra, and Jackalman. Okay, they look good. The same kind of people. He has that same. If you remember that Conan video I did a while back, the bloody variant. The same style and look of those figures will be in the Thundercats line. Very solid, very solid. So I might dive on that. Now, sorry, but back to Monkey here. He's beautiful. He's detailed perfectly. The reason why I bring him down, so far down the list here, is the fact that even though they say it's a deluxe figure, to me, that's, it comes with what you see here. No extra heads, no extra weapons, like guns, shields, extra hands. No, like I said, no extra head sculpts. basically what you get is right here, and a very high price point. So to me, that's kind of a letdown. The figure itself is amazing, but it's the fact that it's so highly priced and get so very little for it, is a little bit of a down, fall for me. Now, the one good grace, okay, about this is that with the Super 7 line has been out for so long, and the ThunderCats line is a big part of that, with multiple figures of these incredible line here. With this line, and it's now so hard to find now for collectors like me who's starting to collect the ThunderCats line. It's very hard to do. With this line now hitting stores at Target, I have a chance to at least, move forward in collecting the rest of the line, like Tigra and the Wily Kit and Cat and the Jackalman and Ultraman, and whoever I might want to collect. So that's one positive thing here is the fact that moving forward, if I do continue, with this line, I have a way of doing that with the Target exclusive. But still, Monkey is still an amazing version right here, a must-have. I just wish there was more included with him, and that's why he comes like at the bottom of my list of figures here. All right. So moving right along here with my loose collection, a figure that we just unboxed, my final figure in my collection here. This guy, Captain Cracker, which I don't really remember. Let me start my turntable off here. It does real fast. Get him situated here. If I knew more about this figure here, more detail, about him, I wish I could rank him up higher. He's greatly detailed. He's got, now to me, the rest of these figures, I do feel like Captain Cracker here is a deluxe figure because he came with multiple head sculpts, multiple hands, weapons, even his little Polly parrot had two versions of him. So, at a very good, at a decent price, at that same price that Monkey was. But it's the fact that I don't know so much about this figure here, which is not the figure's fault. It's just the fact that I don't know much. But, if I knew more, and maybe I would rank him up higher, but still an amazing figure here. Let me see if I can get the turntable on here without him falling over. But he's detailed beautifully. In fact, all these figures, after this, it's hard to rank because they're detailed beautifully, amazingly, with the, from the ThunderCats line, with ThunderCats and the Mutants as well. I just wish I knew more about him, all right? But he looks great. Also, like I've said this before, are you as a collector of, Master of the Universe, are you looking forward to the crossover? I am. I think I've mentioned that every time we do a ThunderCats video, as how hyped I'm going to get. Coming, hopefully soon, very soon, that we get some images of, who's going to be in that first wave. It should be like at least Lion-O and He-Man and maybe Mumra and Skeletor. And who else will be included in this crossover event? So let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts about this. All right. So moving right along. All right. Let's take a look at one of our heroes here. Let's look at old Jaga here. All right. Amazing. Beautifully done. The soft good cape, the detail and the face sculpt. He's got his own version of the Sword of Omens. Even, some Thundrilium. Beautifully detailed. One thing I love about these figures, like the Masters line, the soft, good feel and clothing gives it that extra detail of being real in someone's hands. Jaga, it looks amazing. I don't know because there's so many variants of these amazing figures from ThunderCats. If I will get that, the clear see-through variant of, Jaga, possibly. I'm not even sure. We'll talk about that later. About my overall thoughts about the future of this line here as far as collecting. All right. Which I kind of hinted at with the Monkey figure. But with Jaga, beautifully done. All right. One of my favorite versions right here. All right. Let's take a look at here. Let's take a look at old Sly. Look at Sly. Sly is a big, giant brute. of a figure here. It's kind of a plain Jane figure in a way, but it's detailed beautifully. It's amazingly the detail, the texture of you can feel these like almost scales of the character. Like I said, a giant hulking brute of a mutant, which you never really guessed. Like at least I never guessed in a way in the cartoon. But he's like very very. He's got a lot of weight to him. Yeah, I love his armor. I mean, not his armor. I love his mace, his axe, his face sculpt. He came with two face sculpts too. Very cool, detailed, beautifully, fully articulated. I mean, the face says it all. The mouth right there. I mean, I love the look of him. Right out of the cartoon. I love it right there, and that's why he's one of my favorite versions right here of Sly here. All right. Of course. All right, get him out here. All right, what's got? Okay, let's take a look at Chitara. All right, the female warrior here, and I feel like she's gonna be like this when we get that crossover with Massive Universe. I feel like she's gonna be teaming up with like Tila and the Sorceress and stuff like that to help out in Crisis. And that's kind of a question I'm asking myself if this is gonna be taking place on Eternia or on Third Earth, or maybe both, whereas the Turtles of Grayskull line, the Turtles have gone to Eternia to help, stop Shredder and, Skeletor. I don't know, at some point, He-Man and his friends will ever go to Earth to help out the Turtles. I mean, it's possible, but as far as the crossover with the ThunderCats line, where is that going to be taking place? I'm kind of curious and interested about that. So I'm kind of seeing, in my mind, playing out these scenarios, with Chitara, working alongside, Tila and Man at Arms. I feel like that would be more of a Tigra or Panthro, crossover look at. But Chitara is amazing. I love the fact that you have this beautiful hair that's like flowing in the wind, like she's running. Multiple items here, from her, of course, her famous staff. She looks amazing. She looks beautiful, gorgeous. The detail is amazing. Absolutely incredible. I mean, sure, there's like other variants out there. Like I said, from this line here, which, will I ever collect? I don't know. I'm more just getting into the line. And like I said, this line has been amazing. But with this Chitara, amazing. Absolutely amazing. And beautiful as always. All right. There we go. Moving on right now. All right. Now we're here down to our, let's see here, 1, 2, 3. We have the final three figures here of the line. My top three right here, coming up right here. Starting out with number 3. Believe it or not, first of all, if you've been following my channel with this particular with this line here that I've been, reviewing, my number one figure, my top figure of this line and overall ThunderCats line. All right, he's my Triclops of Masters Universe. But coming in number 3, all right, and get it ready, is Lion-O. I love Lion-O here, and I'm going to put him, alongside He-Man here, as far as scaling and stuff like that. So as you can see, he's slightly smaller, like at least a half an inch smaller than your Masters line here, okay? But as far as Lion-O is concerned, amazing. Came with extra head sculpts, multiple, claw shields that came with him. I picked the two right here. I think this sort of ornaments can be removed from the closet, I believe. But beautifully detailed. I love the anger. I love, he's about ready to go into a fight. Beautifully detailed, fully articulated. I love, turn the turntable on here. His hair is gorgeous. Everything about him, it looks amazing. From, like I said, from the sword, from this claw shield, multiple hands, multiple head sculpts from him. And, in a way, what you have here, somewhat, is, a very early, crossover with the Master Universe, with your Masters line here. You can now, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm probably, going to display them together at some point in my collection. He-Man, and and Lionel, two iconic champions of both their brands right here. Beautifully done. I love it right there. That's why Lionel comes at number three. All right. All right. So moving right along here to my second favorite, or who gets the silver medal right now, for now, because, you never know. I might continue this line, but we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. All right. Of course, coming at number two for me is, of course, Mumra. All right. And, of course, we get a Skeletor right here. And you see the size differences of these two, iconic villains. All right, there. And I got old Mom Mutt here, too. I love Mom Mutt. I think he's one of the coolest, figures here. In fully articulated, move the head around. I mean, amazing. But look at this. Look at the difference in size of these two figures here of Mumra, and Skeletor here. I cannot wait to see the crossover event with the line here. Good old Mumra, Mama here, right here on the attorney table. What can I say about Mumra? I mean, you got a soft good cape. You get a big brooding giant beast of a monster, pure evil. Detailed, amazing, soft good cape, the look of him. I mean, they have done an outstanding job, in my opinion, with Mumra here. Beautifully done. I mean, he looks amazing, fully articulated. And I'm hoping to find more of his fragile state in the Red Hood before he transforms in this amazing version right here. For my collection, I'm hoping with that Monkeyan line, and the Lionel line from Target, I do hope at some point we will get, that version of Mumra in hand and to collect and unbox with you guys. But this version is beautifully done. I mean, I cannot wait. Like I said, of seeing Skeletor and Mumra, working together, or maybe scheming, the fall of both this, of Lionel and He-Man, just to attack each other, and just, I cannot wait. But Mumra, beautifully done. I mean, he's amazing. All right. All right, which leads me to my number one figure, which, I'm sure you already know who it is. All right. Go one more back here. Of course, that's Panthro. I mean, what an awesome character. I mean, he's got speed, he's got agility, he's got strength. He is the inventor. I mean, incredible. Of course, I love his action call out with his nunchucks. In fact, I had to bring two, like his other version of the nunchucks. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Will I maybe get the? In fact, I have seen. Oops, I think he's pushing out of the way. Sorry. I have seen images now of the now Super 7 ThunderCats lair hitting YouTube now. And I gotta say, that thing is a beast. It is amazing, incredible. So if you did get that Cat's Lair from Super 7, I mean, beautifully done, amazing. And along with I can see a beautiful display of the Cat's Lair, with the Thunder Tank from Super 7. I mean, amazing, absolutely amazing. Something that I would love to get, but I have Eternia from my Origins line, which I have not unboxed yet because there's no room in my place. But my hat's off to you who did get that lair. Beautifully done. I mean, gorgeous, and I hope you're enjoying the lair for your collection. All right. And that's another thing. Will we get another playset from the crossover? Now I say that, but then I think, well, right now the Turtles of Grayskull line right now has not put out any type of vehicles or playsets yet. It's more into the figures. So I have a feeling that with the ThunderCats line coming up soon with the Master Universe, I don't feel there will be any type of vehicles or playsets included with that line. But I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below. Do you feel like they should do some sort of playset or a vehicle crossover with the ThunderCats, or even with the Turtles of Grayskull line? All right, but Panthro here being my number one figure here, beautifully detailed. Like I said, I love his weaponry, multiple head sculpts, multiple hands. Detailed is amazing. Incredible, absolutely incredible. So there you go. There's all my loose versions of my ThunderCats line right here. Now my overall thoughts. I mean, or my feelings if I'm going to continue this line. Um, you know, I've been going back and forth in my head right now. Yes and no. Yes. Yes, I will continue the line, like I said, with probably with the monkey and figures coming out from that scale, the 7-inch scale, just to get the core figures, that I still need in my collection. Figures like I said, Tigra, Tigra, Wily Kit and Cat, Snarf, Jackalman, Boltraman, Ritaro included, possibly Bengali, Pumira, and Linkso as well, just to complete the overall, heroes and villains. I might, if they continue. It depends on how far this line goes. Maybe with the Lunatics as well, but that's a big, big if. And as far as the Super 7 5.5 scale figures, I don't know if that's going to be a retail line or an online exclusive. So I don't know about that. So I have to wait and see. And it is basically, it depends on how I feel, and I have to wait and see about that. So, but I am more pumped about the crossover event with the ThunderCats with the Origins line than Super 7 line. But you never know. You never know. So we just gotta wait and see. All right. But overall, the figures I have collected, amazing, beautifully done. And I know these figures have been out for some time, and I know this is more. I'm just getting ready. I just cannot wait, for this crossover event. Like I said, I've said it for all my videos, and I'm hyped up. And we finally get those images finally to show up. I can't wait. All right, but there you go, guys. There's a look at my loose collection of my overall all of my ThunderCats that I have collected from Super 7. All right, a fun line to collect and hopefully to continue to collect. All right, with you guys in box. All right. All right, guys. All right, everybody. I'd like to take time now to, of course, thank my subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. All right. Of course, don't forget to hit the notification bell when you upload new videos. And today, I was hoping today that I would have in my hands my newest member of the Turtles of Grayskull Wave 5 figure. Unfortunately, it's stuck in limbo. I'm not sure exactly where it's at. But, it's taking the scenic route to get to me, but that's fine. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have that figure in hand, and to review with you guys, with everybody. If not, I've been saying this for a couple days now. I do want to revisit the Masters of the WWE Universe. Just pick some random figures of this very unique line crossover. When we think of crossovers, you think of like the Turtles of Grayskull, of course, maybe the Stranger Things crossover from Origins, or the Turtles or the ThunderCats line, the upcoming line. But there was a line that came out, prior to all of those, even prior to the Origins line in a way. Somewhat of the He-Man Origins line now, pure He-Man vintage line, and that was the Masters of the WWE Universe, where you saw wrestlers from in Eternia, in He-Man gear and stuff like that, which is very unique. And so I might, just in case that figure does not show up tomorrow, I will pick some random figures from that collection to do a review or spotlight, all right, of each and every figure for the next couple of days. So I do hope you join me for that, all right? So I hope everybody has a great Wednesday, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Take care, and have a good one, everybody.